Okay, better double than thing.
Okay. Well, thank you all very much for giving me this opportunity to present here the Digi Summit. This presentation titled Friendship, Achievement, Belonging, Micronationalism is based upon, or it's an expansion upon, the presentation I gave at MicroCon 2023 in Juliet. If you'd like to see that presentation, it is on the Kingdom of Pabosip's YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and type in Kingdom of Pabosip, Pibocip, you can find our 2023, or you can find my 2023 presentation for MicroCon. This is kind of building upon some of those ideas. In the presentation at MicroCon, I was responding to some of the controversies arising in the micronational community that, and quite frankly, been happening for quite some time. People ask, what good is micronationalism? What does it do for us? Why do people do it? Why do people create their own country and try to do these things? And I was trying to give people an arsenal of responses that they could use to respond to criticisms of micronationalism or genuine curiosities, people wondering why we bother doing what we do. And my thesis of this argument was that micronationalism is good because it helps us to contribute to the common good. It helps us to uh, help others and help ourselves to live well. And so in my 2023 MicroCon presentation in Chicago, I discussed the micronationalism and the common good and how micronationalism helped contribute to the common good. And so in theology that I study and teach, the common good is described as a result, the sum of those conditions of social life which allow social groups and their individual members relatively thorough and ready access to their own fulfillment. And so essentially, the common good are those things that help people to live and live well. Of course, that doesn't really say much, but when we look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we can get a better view at what this common good might look like. And so Maslow's hierarchy of needs was developed by a social psychologist, and the social psychologist tried to visualize and create a hierarchy, if you will, of different goods that contribute to the common good, or rather those different goods that are good for everybody. And so if we try to visualize those things that help people reach their own fulfillment, or those things that help people to live truly well, we can try to maybe visualize it in this pyramid, which is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'd like to highlight three in particular for the content of this presentation. For the context of this presentation, I'd like to highlight friendship here in the middle, as well as, although it's not listed on here, also like to highlight achievement and belonging. Although I guess achievement could be seen in problem solving, and creativity. In achievement actually is right on here. Here it's in the purple, and then belonging. So achievement is on here. It's in the purple, and friendships here in the green. And if we also see the idea of belonging, although belonging is not listed specifically on here, I think we could see belonging in respect of others, or respect by others. If you're respected by others, you have a sense of belonging. If you respect others, you might find yourself in a sense of belonging. If you have in a friendship or in a family, you might find a sense of belonging. So friendship is explicitly mentioned here on the pyramid of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and achievement is explicitly mentioned here on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. However, even though belonging is not explicitly mentioned here. It's, I think, more implicitly mentioned on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I think that we can easily find it here in some of the other more explicitly mentioned, like respect for and by others. And so I'd like to draw out that micronations contribute to the common good by creating for people a sense of friendship, an avenue for achievement, and a place of belonging. And so in my 2023 microcon presentation, I had suggested that the common good cannot be provided by solely the government, but rather everybody has a duty and a responsibility and a right to contribute to the common good. And so even here, as we see in this quote, every social group must take account of the needs and legitimate aspirations of other groups, even the general welfare of the entire human family. And so everybody, in a sense, I think has a ability to contribute to the common good in every social group. So like YMCA's, religious organizations, churches, mosques, synagogues, sports clubs and sports groups, micronations, governments, other people groups in the United States. We have like the Rotary Club and Kiwanis clubs that help contribute to the common good. And they're just all different groups of people that can help contribute to the common good. Even micronations can help contribute to this common good, because ultimately not one country can contribute to the common good, not solely the government, not one group of people, but rather all different groups of people, all different organizations, all different countries, all help to contribute to the common good. Because the common good's not just for one country, it's not just for one group of people, it's not just for one organization, but it's for everybody. That's why they call it the common good. It's common to everybody. And so I think that friendship, achievement, and belonging are ways in which micronations can help contribute to the common good. In fact, I'd argue that micronations contribute to the common good in many ways, but primarily through creating opportunities for friendship, achievement, and belonging. We also, of course, can help create opportunities for respect or for creativity and problem solving. But I think friendship, achievement, belonging are the most explicit, perhaps. And so all of these, friendship, achievement, belonging, creativity, problem solving, self-esteem, confidence, respect for and by others, are all examples of the common good, and they're all ways in which micronations help contribute to the common good. But they're also, I think, the best ways in which micronations can help contribute to the common good. And I think there are many examples of micronations that can help contribute to the common good by creating opportunities for friendship, achievement, and belonging. And so I'd like to highlight a few examples of micronations that help contribute to the common good by creating atmospheres of friendship, achievement, and belonging. Obscurium, for example, by hosting this micronational Digi Summit, is creating a space for belonging, where we're here together virtually in this meeting room. We are sharing ideas. We are creating a sense of achievement. This is going on my micronational resume, for example. We're achieving, we're belonging. There's an award ceremony, so we're creating an opportunity to exchange ideas. This is an opportunity to share and to grow and to be together. And so in doing so, it's creating opportunities for friendships and belonging. Or of course, even just yesterday, as Czar tried to help me figure out how to use this platform. This was it, Spatial. I've never used it before, so we were able to catch up a little bit as he was showing me how to use this. Great ideas to catch up and ways to achieve and belong. Earlier in I think it was January or February, Vishwamitra hosted the 2023 G16 summit, which was a great way to creatively exchange ideas and problem solve, but also was a way for friends of micronation, friends in the micronational community to get together and talk and catch up, and see each other. Zakistan creates a sense of belonging. It was actually a really neat story that he shared in the 2022 Microcon. He said that he had a couple friends who were living in India. They were refugees, I think, from I don't know if they were refugees from China or if they were refugees from Tibet or where they were from. But they didn't have a citizenship from where they came, and they didn't have a citizenship in India either. And so he gave them a Zakistanian passport, and they said this is the only country to which we belong. This is the only country to which we hold a citizenship because no other macro state wanted them as citizens. They had a very difficult time trying to apply for Indians or the citizenship of where they were living, and they weren't able to live or have citizenship in the place from where they came. So Zakistan created an opportunity for them to belong and have a sense of national identity. Microcon creates an atmosphere of friendship, belonging, uh, and also by creating an area for problem solving, respect for and by others, which of course is a sense of belonging and achievement, where people can get together from all over the world and share ideas, share presentations, and get to know each other. And we've made lifelong friends from MicroCon. Zara and I have been friends since the 2019 MicroCon, where we've met. Many of us have met at MicroCon or will perhaps, and we've been able to meet in person, put names to faces, or faces to names, as it were, and share ideas and continue to talk throughout the year, and be able to create friendships in that way in person as well. Um, the American Empire says, well, why do we do micronationalism? And from a psychological standpoint, Dr. Emperor List says that it's really all about belonging, and said in the end, all of us just want to belong. And so if we don't find ourselves belonging in the macronation in which we live or in the local area, perhaps in a micronational sense, we can find a place where we belong. So if many of us don't find that in our communities, in our areas, we really fit in. We create for ourselves communities where we do fit in. And I think that that can help, and that's very helpful if we're willing to draw in others from the community and engage in that community with people, with like-minded people and even people we disagree with, so we can create a sense of achievement and belonging in dialogue. So if, for example, I didn't feel that I belonged in my local community, I could create my own community, a micronation where I can belong with others from the local community, and we can then engage the community together in dialogue for a greater sense of belonging. So I think Pabasip gives a sense of creativity and problem solving. And of course, Zenith started a friendship with Pabasip and many other micronations on their cultural exchanges and other great ways to do that. So I think really all micronations have the ability to really explicitly explain how they contribute to the common good. And so my task for all of you, your homework will be to think about how your micronation, how your community can contribute to the common good. So as we wrap up this presentation, my challenge for you is to consider for yourself, how can I help contribute to the common good for everybody? How can my micronation create a sense of friendship, achievement, belonging for others, or to create a sense of dialogue with my local community so that all people all over the world can achieve, can have friendship and can belong in the common good. Because the common good's not just common to one country or another country, it's common to everybody all over the world. So ultimately, every micronation, every macronation, every community, every group needs each other to contribute to the common good, because it is common to everybody, because ultimately we are one human family. And so as we look forward to in our further discussions, I think it'd be very neat, a very great idea for us to think about how, as we discuss ideas, how we grow together, how we work together, how our micronations, how our micronational activities can help contribute to the common good of everybody, so that everybody may be raised up to a new hope. Thank you very much.